For the love of the game. That's what it's all about, they say. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team and the schools and communities we represent.
And for the many of us blessed with the strength to compete in sport at the college level, we understand that, with what we were given, comes a special obligation.
An obligation not merely to work towards a personal best in the classroom or in the sport we love, but rather an obligation to help those who have their own special needs and whose love for the game is no less intense.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. For Special Olympics athletes, victory belongs not only to those who first cross the line, but to all of those who compete and endure.
They are challenged in ways we cannot imagine. They are survivors who test themselves harder and with greater joy than we will ever know.
Since August of 2011, we and others from Division III campus communities have volunteered more than 250,000 hours, time away from the classroom and practice field, reaching across the country to coach and mentor Special Olympics athletes.
And to learn, as we all do, that in giving we receive so much more in return.
Sport ennobles us, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
Be part of it.
Get involved.
You can make a difference.
All right, good evening. The night's final game here from the Mid-Atlantic Regional at Peoples Bank Park in York, Pennsylvania. We have Union College against Babson. Both teams winners yesterday down at Harford Community College. A couple of games moved to try to get all four in because of the weather. Union was a 10-3 winner over Arcadia. Union, the 6th seed, knocked off the 3 seed. And number 2, Babson, outlasted Catholic 12-11. Catholic, the 7 seed, eliminated today. Arcadia did win their elimination game. They eliminated Catholic, as a matter of fact. So now we have Babson and Union meeting. On the mound for Union is John Flogel, and he'll face the following lineup from Union. Number 22, Jack Cook, the third baseman. Number 31, Harrison Glatt, the right fielder. Number 8, bats third. That's Jake Vessling, the designated hitter. Hitting cleanup, the shortstop, number 16, Colin Kelly. Number 24, Sean Cullen, playing first base. Number 2, Andy Lebeck, the left fielder. Number 32, Sam Kirschenbaum at second base. Hitting 8th, number 18, Wiley Knight, the catcher. And batting 9th, the center fielder, Joe Gannum. First pitch from Flogel. Off the mark for ball 1. That one lifted in the air out to center field. And that's put away for the first out by Oliger, the center fielder.
And Jeff, I always love these games because these are the last games of the night, and sometimes you feel that this game can go on forever, but hopefully this one doesn't. But it's nice. Sometimes these kids don't get to play games at night like this, and it's a different atmosphere. So it's a nice night for baseball. The range is passed, the passing shower, so we should be in good shape.
Yep, let's hope so. We've had some issues with rain, and I think we've got a good window here to get this one in. I think there might be another storm coming later, but as long as we don't go with some sort of 35, 34, 9-inning baseball game, I think we might get this one in. So let's hope for that.
And again, both pitchers ample time to warm up, getting them loose, and it's tough because these teams have been sitting around all day. You're waiting to play a game. They're supposed to play at 7:45. We're starting just a little bit before 9 o'clock, and sitting around a hotel room all day getting antsy, ready to play. And these teams came out, warmed up, went into the dugouts for a little bit, then came back out, ready to go.
So we have Connor Gill up now, the second baseman. Swing and a miss.
Batting .274 coming into the tournament, just 17 strikeouts on the year.
And he draws a walk. So a one-out base runner, Connor Gill, after Brian McHale flew out to center field. Ryan Arena comes up now. The designated hitter hitting third.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
Takes that one for a ball.
Arena, 369 on the year, leads the team in at-bats with 168. Has played in all 42 games. Will be 43 games counting yesterday's with 62 hits.
Huge game yesterday, 4 for 5 in the 12-11 win. Hits that one out to third.
Oh!
Bounces the throw to second. We're going to have everybody safe. Union's third baseman, Cook, fielded it and then only threw it about 2/3 of the way to second base.
Yeah, he tried to hop it there a little bit. I would have tried to. I know he's trying to get the lead runner. I would have tried to get the one out at first, but making the decision, he thought he was able to get that runner at second and just one hopped it over there.
Now the cleanup hitter, Mark Weber, is playing right field tonight. One for 3 yesterday. Arena actually hit a home run among his 4 hits yesterday. So I look at yesterday's box score. That one looped into left center field. Cut off by Ganem. Gets it back in, but not before 2 runs come home. That's a 2-run double off the bat of Weber, and that'll give Babson the early 2-0 lead.
Yeah, these gaps, these alleys in here, Jeff, they're pretty deep, and if you get one in there, it'll roll all the way to the wall. It was a nice piece of hitting right there, and sliced it right between the left fielder and the center fielder, right about, right if you look at the video, right by the carousel in that area, and it's really deep in that part of the ballpark, so it was a nice piece of hitting right there.
Brings up number 10, Sean Harrington. He's doing the catching tonight for Babson. Christopher gets that one in there for a strike.
One thing to watch about Babson, Jeff, is that on the base paths, 70 for 89 in steals.
Swinging a ground ball. The first baseman, Cullen, picks it up, scoops to Christopher. They get the out there. The runner, Weber, moves over to third now with 2 outs. Matthew Valente, the first baseman for Babson, gets his first at bat of the evening. 2 for 3 last night. That one in there for strike 1 against Valente. Swinging a foul ball down towards the Babson bullpen. The 0-2 pitch. High and away, ball 1. Low and inside, evens the count at 2-2.
Oh,
That one gets away, not far enough for Weber to try to come home.
and we might see some of that tonight, Jeff, with the weather. Again, we had a passing shower come in. Did come down, not torrentially, but it was kind of a windswept rain. But the field is still a little bit wet in the dirt area.
As much rain as we've had, hats off to the York Revolution's ground crew here at Peoples Bank Park, getting this thing playable and usually not much time between games. Valente takes ball 4. He trots down to first. Now runners on the corner with 2 away. Eric John, the left fielder. John yesterday, 2 for 5. That pitch just missed for a ball. Swing and a miss. Count even now at 1-1. Swung on, lifted in the air, out to right field. It's going to be put away by Glatt for the third out. Babson does get two, however. They lead 2-0. Union coming to bat in the bottom half of the first. I went over the lineups before that inning. I accidentally did it backwards. So Flugel will be taking the mound now for Babson. And I already read Union's lineup, so I'll just go back the other way, even though it doesn't really make much sense since I'm announcing their lineups when they're in the field. But let's just go with it. So Bill Christopher, as we already figured out, is pitching for Union. And Babson will go with the following lineup. We already saw Brian McHale lead off. He's the shortstop. Number 5, Connor Gill, the second baseman. Number 7, hitting third, was Ryan Arena. The designated hitter, the cleanup hitter, was Mark Weber. In right field, number 17, Sean Harrington, catching, number 10. Hitting sixth, we saw Matthew Valente, the first baseman, number 2. Eric John got to hit already. Left fielder, number 27. A couple of guys we didn't get to see yet. Center fielder, number 42, Jake Oliger, batting 8th. And in the 9-hole, David Lennon, the third baseman. Jack Cook leading off the bottom half of the first here for Union, third baseman. Swings at the first offering from Flogel. Strike one.
Flogel on the year coming into the tournament 4-2 with a 3.10 ERA. Has appeared in 9 games. It started 2 complete games, 58 innings, 54 strikeouts. Team batting against him a paltry 183. That leads the team.
Cook now in an 0-2 hole, fouled one off, down towards the Babson bullpen. Ball one. Flogel trying to see if he could get the Union leadoff hitter to chase. No dice.
Oh.
Swinging a hard ground ball through the legs of Flogel and through the middle of the infield, and Cook's aboard with a leadoff single.
We're just coming out of a quick conversation. It's just, these first game, again, like I said earlier, these teams have been sitting around all day. It's supposed to play at 7:45, and now it's just a little bit past 9 o'clock, so you're still just you're amped up to play, just got to calm down a little bit.
Brings up Harrison Glatt, the right fielder, number 31. Glatt 3 for 5 with a pair of RBIs against Arcadia yesterday. That pitch from Flogel upstairs. Runner goes. Pitch was upstairs, but the throw is airmailed. Great backup by the second baseman, Gill. That throw had center field written all over it.
It sure did.
Gill
I mean,
came out of nowhere.
it was gonna end up in center field. Great backup there by the infield there.
Cook with the steal. He's now in scoring position. Glatt ahead in the count. Fouls one back.
25th stolen base for Cook out of 29 attempts. That leads the team. As the team Union 178 stolen bases out of 106 attempts. So much like Babson, they will be fast on the base paths.
Glatt fouls another one away. 2-2 now the count. Pitch from Flogel, another foul ball. Glatt doing a good job staying alive, getting a piece of the pitches till he finds one he wants.
And getting those pitch counts up as well early on.
That one misses, ball 3, full count now. Swings and lifts that one in the air out to right field. Drifting in. Weber puts it away, and a strong throw to third. Chases Cook back to the bag at second. Jake Vessling hitting third tonight, the designated hitter. He actually pitched for Union yesterday, did not hit. Called strike there on him. He went the distance in the win over Arcadia, slowing down Arcadia's offense. No laughing matter there. They have a great offense, and Vessling held them to 3 runs, 2 earned, didn't walk a guy. Struck out 4 and allowed only 6 hits to the Knight offense. Knights scored 10 in 1 inning today in their victory over Catholic. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. That one misses. 2-2.
Again, it's just seeing these games, Jeff. You work the pitch counts, and what point do you get where it becomes, you're in the 1-0 game. So at what point do you know when you have to play tomorrow? You watch your pitching staffs.
Swing and a miss. Flogel gets Vessling. That is a good point. That's something we've been watching all day, trying to figure out. Are they going to let a guy in? Or are they going to take him out, try to burn a reliever? How long did the reliever go? Is he going to be able to bounce back the next day? All things you got to worry about in these games.
And again, these, between the winner and the loser of this game is about a 3-hour difference. And again, with the weather coming tomorrow, you don't know if you're playing later, if you don't know how much rest you're going to get. So, like you said, you have to make that determination. How far your starter's going to go, because if it becomes a point where you win, then you've got to be all hands on deck tomorrow to get into that championship round.
Colin Kelly fouls one off. Cleanup hitter playing shortstop. 0-2 the count now. 2 for 5 last night, scored twice. Upstairs, ball one. One, two from Flogel, swung on and fouled off. With foul tip into the mitt. Second strikeout of the inning for Flogel. Union can't answer back. Babson leads 2-0 after one inning of play here at Peoples Bank Park in York.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
Jake Oliger, the center fielder, his first at-bat of the evening. Oliger 1 for 4 in the win over Catholic. Swing and a miss on that one. 0-2 now the count. Christopher ahead. Up high for a ball, 1-2. That one lifted in the air out to left field. Hangs up for Lebec to come in and put it away. And that'll bring up David Lennon, the third baseman, hitting ninth.
Lennon on the year coming into the tournament, 302. 38 hits, 8 doubles, 14 RBIs, slugging 365, 29 strikeouts. Again, the wind now blowing out to left field, coming from the south, southwest to be exact. Kind of swirling around just a little bit, now moving out to center.
That one's outside, and that's a departure from the direction it was most of the day.
Yes.
It was coming straight in. There were some just absolute missiles that were hit that ended up being routine fly balls that might have gone up into the home run patio on most nights. And they just kind of hung up there. And most of the fly balls today have been a large adventure. 2-2 the count now.
Again, one difference is, to these ballparks, some of these ballparks that these student athletes play in, throughout the year.
There's a ground ball to third. Scooped up. Throw over. Good play there by Cook.
Again, like I said, these student athletes play in ballparks that don't have fences like this. And what I mean by that is if you look out on the video feed, you have the advertisements, but you have gaps underneath where the wind does blow in. And there are buildings around here because it's in a neighborhood, so the wind does do some kind of funky things here in York.
Pitch from Christopher, misses the mark. Lineup is turned back over for Babson. Brian McHale. Swinging a line drive just over the outstretched leap of Kirschenbaum. That's a 2-out single for McHale. Brings Connor Gill up. Gill walked his first time up. Pickoff throw. McHale back standing. Pitch from Christopher inside. Gill just gets out of the way. Two outs. McHale, the runner on first. Another pickoff throw by Christopher. That pitch just misses for ball 2. Taking all the way. Strike 1. 2-1 the count. Runner goes.
Oh.
The pitch was bobbled. Knight bobbled on the exchange a little bit, so McHale will be safe in there with a stolen base. Not sure if it mattered to throwing him out or not, but kind of ruled out the possibility.
Yeah, he just got it caught up again. Could be moisture on the ball with the ground being wet. He just took that extra step and just couldn't get a grip on it.
The 2-2 to Gill, outside. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air, out to center field.
Oh!
And a great play going back on it. Kirschenbaum, the second baseman, just laid out, leaping backwards, landed flat on his back. A heck of a defensive play there by Kirschenbaum to end the inning. He doesn't get that. That lands well in front of the center fielder.
Again, it was kind of in no man's land right there. He made a great play to get it.
And we're talking 3-0 if that one lands, because that runner from second scores easily on that if he doesn't catch it. Union will be looking to cut into the 2-0 Babson lead when we come back in the bottom of the second. 24, Sean Cullen leading it off here in the bottom of the second for Union. He takes a swing and a miss at an offering from Flogel. That one gets away from Harrington. 1-1 the count.
And Color the team leader in batting average at 433. Union is a team batting 350.
And they were able to put up 10 in their first game, so that seemed to hold true yesterday. We'll see what goes on as this contest plays out. There's a ground ball up to second. Gill with it. 4-3 put out. Cullen's retired. Bring up left fielder Andy Lebeck. Lebeck, an identical line to Cullen, both players yesterday in the win over Arcadia. Went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored and a walk. That one way outside, gets away. Swung on and driven into the outfield. Oliger moves into left center and puts it away easily. 2 away. Sam Kirschenbaum made the great play to end the last inning. Now he'll try to extend his own team's half of the inning. He comes up with 2 outs and no one on. Kirschenbaum was the DH and batted third yesterday. Went 2 for 5. The 2-0 pitch from Flogel. Swung on and driven into the outfield. Drifting back and towards right field. Oliger puts it away. 1-2-3 inning for Flogel. And we'll move to the top of the third. Babson still leading 2-0 over Union at the Mid-Atlantic Championships at Peoples Bank Park.
It's on us. It's on all of us. And it's time to act now.
It's on us to start the change. It's on us to be the change. It's on us. It's on Division III. It's on all of us to stop sexual assault.
Ryan Arena, his second at bat of the day. 1 for 1, 2 RBIs. Strike three looking. Arena goes down. First strikeout of the evening for Bill Christopher. Brings up Mark Weber. Weber takes that one for a strike.
And now both pitchers starting to find their groove a little bit.
That one just missed for a ball. 1-1 the count. Swung on and grounded out to second. Kirschenbaum up with it. Easy throw over to first to Cullen. 2 away. Brings up Sean Harrington, 0 for 1. Ball one outside. That one just misses as well. 2-0. Strike on the outside corner. Christopher staying away from Harrington, living on the outside. Swung on and fouled away. We'll go to 2-2. This is for a ball. Count goes full now on Sean Harrington. Swings and fouls that one back. That one grounded up the middle. Kirschenbaum, great diving stop, throws from his knees.
Wow.
What a gem. 2 fantastic plays to end the last 2 innings by Kirschenbaum.
Yeah, I thought that was it. I thought he was going to get it and just kind of eat it, but he made a nice throw right on line.
From his knees as well. I mean,
Yep.
just fantastic play. And with that, Union will come up to bat, trailing 2-0 against Babson, heading to the bottom of the third. Wiley Knight will lead it off here for Union in the bottom of the third inning. Flogel's pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Swinging a foul ball straight back at us. Thank goodness the net's there.
I have to say I'm impressed, especially this facility. This facility is one of the best around, but the netting, I mean, the netting is high and it's taut. Like, it's sharp.
That one just misses. 1-1 the count.
And there's no rips in it either. That's important.
Not a one.
Not one rip.
Foul down the first base line.
You still flinch, though. you get used to it after a while. I know the netting's there, but you still kind of flinch.
Wiley Knight lines one the other way into left center field. Oliger loops behind it to hold Knight to a single. Leadoff man aboard for Union here in the third. Center fielder Joe Gannum will come up now with a runner on first base. Gannum yesterday, 2 for 5. Scored once, drove one in. Swing and a miss. Gannum squared the bunt, pulled it back. 1-1 the count. Squares the bunt, that one out in front. The catcher Harrington fields it. The throw pulls Valente off the bag, however. Valente tried to both get his foot back on the bag and tag Gannum, unable to do so. So now there'll be runners on first and second here with no one out in the bottom half of the third inning.
Again, good throw, just a little high, and he almost came back down with it, but I think he beat him by about a step. I mean, you know, you're kind of rushing the throw, but it was a great bunt, great defensive play by the catcher, just a little bit too high.
That'll go down as an error on the catcher. Also a sacrifice attempt. Here comes another one.
Yep.
Number 22, Cook, who we saw in the first inning. He's got some wheels, so he might lay down a sacrifice, but they're going to need to hurry, or the bases could be loaded after his sacrifice because he might beat out the bunt if he lays down a good one. Swing and a ground ball out to shortstop. McHale across the diamond gets Cook by about half a step. You can really see the speed of Cook there.
Yep. Like you said, he's got a good set of wheels and just dropped it right in there.
And that's as good as a bunt. He moves the two runners into scoring position. One away here. Harrison Glatt stepping in. Union trailing 2-0. Babson scored twice in the first, but Union threatening right now with two in scoring position with just one away here in the third. Glatt 0 for 1. Swinging a foul ball.
Oh.
That one upstairs. Good play by Harrington to keep it in front of him. Just got enough glove on that one to keep it from getting back to the backstop.
Yes.
which surely would have saved a run with runner on third. Flogel.
Oh.
Chopper over his head off the bat of Glatt. The shortstop, McHale, across. Great play by McHale, charging across the infield on that one. They'll trade the run for the out. It's now 2-1. Union cuts the lead in half. Potential tying run, Ganem, 90 feet away. Wiley Knight scored on that play. RBI ground out by Glatt. Brings up Jake Vessling. Big swing and a miss. Fastball up in the zone. I think Vessling was looking first pitch fastball, but it was a little too high for him. Couldn't quite catch up to it. He fouls this one off. 0-2. Swing and a miss. That went upstairs twice and dropped it down in the zone. Couldn't make contact with that one. And Vessling goes down swinging. Union gets one back. They trail 2-1 as we head to the top of the fourth here at Peoples Bank Park in the Mid-Atlantic Regional.
Hockey, yeah.
Valente to lead it off here. Takes the first pitch, hits it over to first. Cullen up with it. Scoops to the pitcher, Christopher, for the out. One pitch, one out.
That's good now for both starting pitchers who get a lot of first pitch swinging. They'll go deeper into the lineup, deeper into the game. Again, you get to a point where you play that, okay, we're up. What point do I put in my bullpen knowing I'm going to need them tomorrow?
Eric John steps up, 0 for 1 today. Hard ground ball out to Kirschenbaum. Easy play for him. Brings up number 42, Jake Oliger, the center fielder. Oh for 1. Takes a pitch for strike one. It's a line drive out to right field. Glatt puts that away. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Bill Christopher. Babson leads 2-1. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth against Union here at Peoples Bank Park. Colin Kelly will lead things off here for Union. Bottom half of the fourth inning. Swings at the first pitch. Lifts it high in the air. Oliger circling over to left center field, and he puts that one away. Sean Cullen 0 for 1 today. Steps in against Flugel. Flugel at 48 pitches here. One away in the fourth. That one swung on, fouled back to the screen. Called strike 2. Cullen kicks the dirt. I don't think he was happy with that call.
Nope.
Fouled back over the screen. Pitch from Flugel, swung on and missed. Or I guess he must have got a piece of it. He's still alive.
I think he did, just barely.
That one bounces away. Harrington gets all twisted up as he tried to go back for it. Decides to just leave it back there, let the ball runner get it. Swinging a foul ball, high down the right side, out of play. Ground ball chopped out to third. Up with it is Lennon. Strong throw across for the out. 2 away now for Union. Here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Andy Lebec, 0 for 1. Takes that one for a strike. Fouled away, 0-2 hole now. Flugel gets ahead of Lebec. Gets him looking. Strike 3. Flugel's 4th strikeout of the game. That'll end the bottom half of the fourth inning. We head to the top of the fifth. Babson will come up to bat, leading Union 2-1 here at the Mid-Atlantic Regional at Peoples Bank Park.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
Having that free time allows me to pursue the things that I want to pursue.
Division III athletics affords students the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport.
It allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
David Lennon will lead things off here in the top half of the fifth for Babson. The Beavers lead the Dutchman 2-1. Neither team with a loss yet here in the double elimination Mid-Atlantic Regional. Winner gets to stay in the winner's bracket. Loser will go to elimination games from here on out. That pitch taken for a strike. Moves the count to 1-2. Christopher the pitch. Just misses, 2-2.
Ooh.
Gets a piece of that one. Stays alive, still 2-2. We'll do it again. Swinging a chopper.
Ooh.
Christopher leaps, catches it underhands over to Cullen for the out. Nice play by the pitcher.
Yeah, he timed it right. Just turned around and saw the hop and was able to grab it.
Bring up the top of the order. Brian McHale will come up. He's 1 for 2 to this evening. Inside, ball 1. Down low for ball 2. McHale ahead in the count. Takes that one for a strike. Christopher at 67 pitches right now. Make it 68 as that one's driven into the outfield by McHale. That one rolls to the track where the center fielder Ganem picks it up. Stand up double by McHale. 1 out base runner for the Beavers. Wiley Knight out to talk to Bill Christopher. Connor Gill awaits at home plate.
Of course, Gill played scholastically at Wachusett Regional, led the Mountaineers as a pitcher and a shortstop to their first ever MIAA Super 8 berth as a senior 2014 from Sterling, Mass. Also a standout running back, earned Thanksgiving Day MVP honors, 10 carries, 120-yard, 2-touchdown performance against Shrewsbury. So a multi-sport athlete, Mr. Gill.
First pitch from Christopher outside the strike zone, ball 1.
And, of course, a good baseball program, Wachusett. They're 15-1, ranked first in Massachusetts after their win today against Leominster, 12-3.
That pitch taken for a strike, 1-1 now. The count on Connor Gill. Christopher wheels around. They're going to call a balk.
Yep. And I think he knew it. I mean, he tried to get away with it, but just one too many steps.
Not happy with himself. Kicked some dirt on the mound there. McHale now over to third. Just 1 out. Infield in now to try to cut off that run. This pitch down in the dirt.
Of course, Gil, the NUMAC tournament tourney most outstanding player. They beat Wheaton, beating MIT, a strong MIT program, and doubling up on Wheaton to win the NUMAC tournament and get the AQ.
Christopher steps off. 2-1. Gill ahead in the count. Babson leads 2-1, looking for more here in the top half of the fifth. That one's fouled back. The 2-2 from Christopher. Gill tries to check his swing. They say he did. 3-2 the count. Full count, the pitch. Swung on, hit hard into the outfield. That's going to bounce in front of Ganem. And jogging home is McHale. It's now 3-1 in favor of Babson with one away here in the fifth.
Pitch count now for Christopher is at 74. So let's see, there's no action in the bullpen as of yet. Now you see movement.
First pitch to Arena. Misses the zone, low in the dirt. Ball one, good block by Wiley Knight. Pitching coach now out to talk. Could be as much to buy time in the bullpen as anything. Christopher's allowed 4 hits and 2 walks so far, struck out just 1. After the 2-run first, was pretty steady over the next 3 innings. Has run into trouble now here in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, grounded out to first. Cullen takes it to the bag himself, 2 away. Gill moves up to second. Is up Mark Weber.
One thing I noticed here, Jeff, is this ball, when they get in that infield grass, it dies in that infield grass. I mean, it doesn't roll very well. I mean, testament to the job that the York Revolution ground crew has done. That grass is pretty thick. Again, with all the rain we've had, you know, kind of growing back real quick.
Weber drove in 2 of the 3 runs. That Babson has scored. He goes ahead in the count 1-0. Swinging a hard ground ball down the first baseline. Cullen with a nice diving stop. Outruns Weber to the bag. Weber not happy with himself. But Babson adds 1 to the lead. It's now 3-1. They lead Union. Union coming up to bat in the bottom of the 5th here at Peoples Bank Park. Kirschbaum fouls away the first pitch here in the bottom half of the fifth inning from Flugel. More than one now, the count. Pitch from Flogel. In there for strike two. Kirschenbaum lays off a pitch that just misses outside. Good take. Flogel's pitch. Swung on, lifted high in the air, over to the stands. That's going to get out of play. Swung on and grounded foul over to first base. That one's outside for a ball. Fouled away. This is for ball four. And Kirschenbaum works a leadoff walk here in the bottom half of the fifth inning.
And Flogo now at 66 pitches here in the bottom of the fifth. Again, like I said earlier, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but you get to a point where, all right, you're up 3-1. When do you start to go to your bullpen knowing you need them tomorrow?
Knight lays down the bunt. They look to second, but then Flogel goes over to first. They get the out.
Again, take the shore out.
Ganem sacrificed his first time up. Takes ball one. Pitch from Flogel. Swung on, grounded hard out to second. The throw over to first. And Kirschenbaum moves over to third now with two away. It'll be the top of the order. Jack Cook will step in. 1 for 2 today. Flogel with his 70th pitch of the night. That one just misses for ball one. Strike one. Fouled away. 1 and 2 now the count. Swung on and fouled away. fouled back. 3 straight foul balls now from Cook. Pitch from Flogel, swung on and missed.
Whoa.
But Harrington. Are they saying he got the tag on Cook, or?
I don't know. Maybe he did. I saw him go down and he ruled him out right away. Maybe he hit him outside the box or something like that.
So anyway, it goes down as a strikeout. 5th of the night for Flogel. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Babson 3, Union 1 here at the Mid-Atlantic Regional at Peoples Bank Park, home of the York Revolution.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and I know how powerful words can be. The term gay doesn't mean stupid, lame, or less than.
So I pledge to speak up if I hear the term gay used in a derogatory way or any other homophobic terms.
If you can play in Division III.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and my teammates unconditionally accepted me as part of their family. So now I pledge to do the same for others. If you can play in Division III.
First pitch of the inning, a strike to Harrington. He'll lead things off here for Babson in the top half of the 6th inning. That one lifted high in the air. Ganem tracking it. A couple steps shy of the warning track. Puts it away for the first out. Harrington will go to 0 for 3 on the evening. Brings up number 2, Matthew Valente. Christopher's pitch. Over for a strike.
We got some action in the Union bullpen to our left. Which I can't see who's down there. They're hidden around the corner.
Swinging a foul ball back at the screen. Christopher has crossed 80 pitches. There's a line drive right at Kirschenbaum. Puts that one away for the second out. Eric John steps in, no one on, 2 outs. He's 0 for 2 this evening. First pitch from Christopher in there for strike 1. Takes another strike. John finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Swinging a foul ball. That one in the dirt. Count moves to 1-2. Christopher ahead, working against Eric John. one's low as well. 2-2 now. John pulls even in the count. Pitch from Christopher. That's in the dirt. John battles his way back to a full count. Swinging a high pop, chasing over near the dugout, and it's out of play. Right next to the Babson dugout. Wiley Knight and Sean Cullen ran over to have a look. Swinging a high foul out of play down the right field line. Swinging a hard ground ball down to Cullen. Cullen bobbles it. Pitches to Christopher. They get the out. That gets Union out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Bill Christopher. Union will come to bat here in the bottom half of the sixth. Trailing by 2, 3-1 against Babson at the Mid-Atlantic Regional at Peoples Bank Park in York, Pennsylvania. Harrison Glatt will lead things off here for Union. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Takes the pitch from Flogel, fouls it down the first base line. They'll make it 0-2. Up high, ball 1, 1-2 now. Swung on and chopped down to third. Lennon across, no chance to get him. Infield single for Harrison Glatt. Like you said, some of these ground balls kind of dying in the infield.
Yep.
Some of these choppers, once they hit and start to roll, they don't get very far, and that eliminated any chance for Lennon to make that throw across in time.
Yeah, I was actually surprised he made the throw. I would have just held on to it.
Fessling steps in now. He's 0 for 2, struck out twice is the number 3 hitter here for Union. He takes ball 1. Swinging a hard ground ball through the left side of the infield. Station to station, Glatt down to second. Vessling on first with the single.
Flogo now at pitch 81. Again, no action right now in the Babson bullpen. There are a couple of guys down there, but not warming up as of yet.
For the most part, in the games we've had here at Peoples Bank Park, most of the starters, unless there's been ineffectiveness that has required it, most of the starters have stayed in past 100 pitches.
Okay.
So I'm going to expect, unless something goes really wrong for Flogel here, he'll probably get this inning, maybe one more. Blocked by Harrington.
And again, that's testament to, all right, you know, how you tell your starter how much can you go, and because you know you're going to need your bullpen tomorrow at some point, whether it's at 4:15 or at 7:30.
That pitch misses for a ball. 2-0 now the count. Flogel, a senior, so he's going to want to stay out there probably as long as humanly possible as well. This will probably be the only start of the week for pretty much every pitcher, so they'll be willing to go an extra 10, 15 pitches over what they'd usually go because they know they'll get some extra rest, even if their team wins it. And there's a walk to Colin Kelly. And the bases are loaded. So now they are scrambling a couple of pitchers out there in the bullpen. They'll come out to talk to Flogel. So Babson leading 3-1. Have not trailed in the game, but no outs. Bases loaded now for Union. And Sean Cullen, the number 5 hitter, will step in. Cullen, the first baseman, 0 for 2 tonight. Lennon playing very close to the line over at third base. Hard ground ball deep in the hole. It's short. No play. Infield single off the bat of Sean Cullen. That's going to bring home a run 3-2 now. Bases will stay loaded.
And that was a smart play to the infield, the shortstop, just to hold on to it, not try to make a throw and not let a runner advance from third. Just go. They're going to go station to station at this point. Just let them go station to station.
You got Lennon guarding the line because you don't want that extra base hit. And that's one, not that they shouldn't be guarding the line, but if he's playing 2 steps to his left, he might have been able to cut off that ground ball. Just kind of bad luck there for Babson. And here's a fly ball out to right field. They're going to tag the runner up, send him home. The throw goes to third. As both runners tag up, Vessling will come home. Kelly moves to third, and that's a sacrifice fly for Andy Lebeck. Ties the game now, 3-3. That was the first out, that sacrifice fly. So now we have 1 out, runners on the corners. Sam Kirschenbaum steps in. Score of this game could be a little different if not for a couple of just spectacular defensive plays by Kirschenbaum out there at second base this evening. 1-1 the count after he takes that strike.
Christopher now at Flogo now at 90 pitches.
Swinging a foul ball. Upstairs. Swinging a fly ball out to right field. That's going to chase Weber back. He puts that one away. Another run is going to come home, though. Sacrifice fly. And Union takes a 4-3 lead. Kelly scores on the play. Kirschenbaum with the sacrifice fly. Bring up Wiley Knight. 2 outs and a runner on first. Strike one.
Oh.
Swing and a miss. Fly ball down the left field line, chasing it was John, but it's a foul ball. Probably not by much. It's deep down there in the corner, kind of the corner of the bleachers over there, obscuring the view. So close to a fair ball, but not close enough. Knight the batter, Cullen on first. The pitch from Flogel. 1-2 now the count. Swung on, grounded up the middle. McHale up with it. Steps on the bag himself. That'll end the inning. Union, however, scores 3. And they go ahead 4-3 here against Babson. We'll head to the top of the 7th here at Peoples Bank Park at the Mid-Atlantic Regional. Oliger will lead things off here in the top of the 7th inning. Babson, for the first time all evening, finds themselves trailing after a 3-run inning by Union put them on top 4-3. Hard ground ball, just foul down the third baseline.
So we pitch number 96 for Christopher coming up.
They've got some action down in the bullpen. That one just misses, much to the chagrin of every Union fan here. Very close pitch. I think they wanted that call.
Ooh.
That one's inside. No arguments there. Swung on and popped foul out of play. Coming up high for ball 3. Oliger now works the full count. Pitch from Christopher. High in the air, out into short right field, carrying into foul territory, put away by Cullen, the first baseman. One away here in the top of the 7th. David Lennon will step in.
Now batting, number 6, David Lennon.
Lennon hitless in a pair of trips. Last pitch there for Bill Christopher was number 100. This is a fly ball, almost identical play, and a great play by Sean Cullen. Diving with his back to a home plate and hauls it in.
Didn't think he was going to get that one. Kind of got, he was just kind of diving towards the corner of that line right there, and he's able to make a nice play.
Really have to be impressed with the Union defense tonight. Some great, great plays.
Absolutely. And when they needed him, too.
Taken outside for ball 1. Brian McHale, the leadoff hitter. Takes strike 1. 1-1. Check swing, and it's going to be a ground ball.
That's fair.
They keep it fair.
Whoa. Whoa.
Let's everybody cooler heads prevail here.
I think that was totally incidental. I mean, it kind of hugged the line a little bit. What happened was it looked like it was going foul, but it came back fair. And I don't think there was anything malicious by that. He just got caught up with the catcher. There was no malicious intent. It was just two guys running each other. That's it.
Bill Christopher not happy about it, but he's got some teammates walking him off. Don't worry about it. Getting him back to the dugout. Babson.
Wonder what they're discussing here. Was it I don't think there was any kind of interference. Like I said, it hugged the first base line, didn't go foul at all, and both umpires on top of it, the home plate umpire and the first base umpire on top of it, did not signal it foul, did not blow it, did not call it dead, and he was out before the collision.
Wondering if they're asking if maybe Christopher, after he got up, he was pretty hot, if they thought maybe he made any contact.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think, you know, he just kind of bumped him. I don't think it was, hey, let's go. It just kind of just got in his face after he got knocked over.
So it could have just been Babson asking, is that enough, or what exactly has to happen?
Exactly? Yes, exactly.
So Flogel back out at this point, since there were some things going on there after the inning ended. We'll just keep it here. Flogel's back out. 98 pitches for him. Just 5 hits allowed, 2 walks. He struck out 5.
Now batting, number 9, Joe Gannon.
So both starters pitching into the 7th. Bill Christopher completed 7 innings, and Flogel will try to match that here in the bottom half.
And again, he's 2 away now from 100, and he's working quickly.
So 2-0 now the count on Joe Ganem. Ganem 0 for 1. There's a strike. And I think an errant pitch from the bullpen found its way down past third base. Seen that happen once or twice during the tournament.
Kid probably has a rocket for an arm.
And we've got a 2-2 pitch to Ganem. Chops one foul down the third base side. Swinging a foul ball down the first base side. Upstairs for ball 3. And ball 4, Joe Ganem, a leadoff walk.
A quick conference here.
Still someone warming up down there in the Babson bullpen. Jack Cook steps in. He's 1 for 3. He's also struck out.
Now batting, number 22, Jack Cook.
Cook looks bunt. The runner's going. Ganem down to second. He's in there with a stolen base. Cook looks bunt. He pops it up. The catcher comes out and slides to catch it. Harrington. Cook fails to get the bunt down. I'll bring up Harrison Glatt. Glatt is 1 for 3 with an RBI. Swinging a weak ground ball out to second. That's going to be trouble maybe. Nope. Gill scoops it up. Gets Glatt at first. Ganem will advance to third on the play. So with 2 outs, be a runner on third for Jake Vessling. Vessling is 1 for 3. Struck out twice. 2 of Flogel's 5 strikeouts. Flogel now at 109 pitches. Swing and a miss.
Again, another errant ball from the bullpen.
This one made it all the way down to home plate.
If they do that one more time, I'm keeping it. That's why the bullpen catcher needs a little work.
They might need 2 guys down there, one to back up the catcher and one to make sure they don't get hit with a foul ball.
There's 2 of them standing right there. That's why I don't understand. They're just they're watching the game. Now a third guy's coming out just to make sure.
The 0-2 to Vessling. This is low. 1-2. New ball for Flogel.
Oh.
Swinging a hard hit ball out to left field. With a line drive right at John. And he'll put it away for the 3rd out. Union gets the leadoff man on, moves him over to 3rd, but they'll leave him there. Dutchman still 4-3. They lead Babson. We'll head to the top of the 8th here at the Mid-Atlantic Regional.
This is our It's On Us pledge. It's on us to make a personal commitment to help keep all people safe from sexual assault, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, or ability.
Not to be bystanders to the problem, but to be leaders of the solution. We invite you to join us in this campaign by informing your campuses about the It's On Us mission.
And we're back. I think we've got maybe the trainer coming out to look at the right fielder, Glatt. We also have a new pitcher.
Looks like it's Nye.
It is Colin Nye, number 45. We're definitely having a chat there.
As the rain starts to come now, or is that a mist? Looking at the line, now that we're getting rain here in the 8th. I will look up Mr. Nye's stats if you give me 1 second, please. Colin Nye, this will be game number 14. He's 5-2 with a 6.42 ERA. Does have 2 saves, 33 and 2/3 innings. Has allowed 24 earned runs, struck out 37, walked 11, batting .275 against him as the rain comes down. I didn't see what happened. I think maybe he slipped or something.
Yeah, they got the ball there from the pitcher and had Glatt make one throw, and he did his best to overthrow Ganem to show that he felt fine. And as soon as he threw it and it got past Ganem, he just kind of started jogging back to right field like, I'm good, let's go, let's play this. So not quite sure what happened to him, but they came out there to take a look, and he appears to be fine, so happy about that. Don't want anybody getting hurt. First pitch from Nye in there for a strike. Strike 2. Nye works ahead of Babson's Connor Gill, 0-2. Swinging a high drive out to right field. Is that going to stay fair? No. Strike 3 looking on the outer part of the plate. Nye strikes out the first batter he faces. I'll bring up Arena.
Well, the good news, Jeff, looking at the radar, the yellow stuff isn't coming in until 2:30 in the morning, so we've got time. We got time on the radar.
Hard grounder out to short. Good play by Kelly across. Nice play by Cullen to hold the bag.
And the Babson coaching staff thinks that he was off the bag. And they're going to ask for help. Matt Noon thought he was off the bag. They're going to get together in conference. Yes, he held on just barely from what we saw. It's like he did not have his foot off the bag. Of course, the first base coach is right there and can see it. And one of the advantages of having a four-man crew, again, you don't. During the year, you usually have a two-man crew. Now, as you get into the tournaments and the playoffs, you have a four-man crew. And this is the best of the best. These gentlemen have earned the right to umpire in these games throughout their regular season performance. Nope, he's out.
Weber steps in now, 1 for 3. Drove in the Beavers' 2 first-inning runs. That one bounces in there from Nye. Outside for a ball. 2-0 now. Nye falls behind Weber. Nye wants a new baseball. He'll get one. Strike one there, takes a cut.
Again, look at the schedule for tomorrow, Jeff. The loser of this game to advance to Sunday would have to play twice tomorrow. Of course, the winner of this one only has to play once tomorrow.
Here's strike two on the outside part of the plate. Weber disagreed. Swinging a foul ball down the left side. Swinging a hard hit ball. Cullen can't come up with it. Second baseman Kirschenbaum over. And he picks it up, but hard hit ball there. Weber will end up on first.
See how they score that one. I would give that probably an error, even though it was kind of hard hit. They're going to give it a single.
They give it a single.
Okay. Game can go either way.
Upstairs for ball one to Sean Harrington. Harrington hitless in 3 at-bats. Low and away. Ball 2. That one misses as well. Now Harrington ahead in the count 3-0. Weber on first here with 2 outs. Babson trying to mount a 2-out rally here in the top of the 8th, trailing by 1 against Union. And Harrington will draw the walk, puts 2 on. Brings up Matthew Valente, first baseman. Valente 0 for 2 with a walk. Knight went out to have a word with Colin Nye. Valente takes that for strike 1. Takes that one for a strike. Valente behind 0-2 now. Colin Nye steps off. Weber the runner at second, Harrington at first. Valente the batter against Colin Nye, the 0-2 down in the dirt. 1-2. fouled away. The 1-2 from Nye to Valente. Another foul ball. Valente staying alive. Swing and a miss. Nye with a big strikeout there. It looked like Babson had something going with 2 outs. Nye battles back, gets his second punch out of the inning.
Yeah, great move by Nye. Great inning. There's 3 more outs separate Union from going to the next round.
We'll head to the bottom of the 8th in a moment. Union leading Babson 4-3 at the Mid-Atlantic Regional here at Peoples Bank Park. Flogel's out here for the bottom of the 8th inning. 113 pitches. 114th swung on and missed by Colin Kelly. Colin Kelly, the cleanup hitter for Union. He's 0 for 2. He struck out once. Takes that one up high. Kelly also walked in the game. That strike being called on the outside corner this time against Union's Colin Kelly. Not happy about that. Now he gets rung up on one on the inside corner.
So Flogo is at 117 pitches, which if Babson comes back in this game, then you don't. It's one more pitcher. You only got to use one pitcher unless Flogo comes back out for the bottom of the 9th. He's got a rubber arm at this point.
Cullen fouls one away.
And like you said earlier, Jeff, you ask these pitchers at this point, how go past your limit.
That one outside for a ball. And Flogel has been largely effective, just 5 hits and 3 walks. And that one called a strike, 1 and 2. I don't think either team really happy with the balls and strikes at this exact moment. And now that one gets away from Flogel.
Yeah.
Sails to the backstop.
You're gonna get that when you get to 120. Is he throwing it or is he just aiming it at this point? That's the question.
Swinging a slow ground ball that fouled. Must have fouled it off his foot. You see him hobbling around there, Cullen. He's fine, but was walking a little hitch in his giddy up there for a step or two. Flogel looks in. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts this inning. It's up to 7, I believe, on the evening. It is. Brings up Andy LeBeck. So 7 strikeouts, 3 walks tonight for Flogel. That one high and away. $124 pitches, 125. Hard hit ball. It's going to be a single to left field off the bat of LeBeck. John gets that back into the infield. Now Kirschenbaum will come up. Kirschenbaum tonight, just 0 for 1. He's an RBI. He's walked. He has a sacrifice fly. Now he hits a high pop-up, shallow right field near the foul line, and a sliding play. Great catch by Mark Weber. That'll end the inning. So Union gets a runner on, but they'll leave him out there. They're clinging to a 4-3 lead. Here's we head to the top of the 9th. Babson looking to tie in their last at-bat here at the Mid-Atlantic Regional at Peoples Bank Park.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, then I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
Defensive substitution for Union. Devin Coffey will go into right field to replace Glatt. Remember Glatt, before last inning, the sports medicine staff and the coaches went out and talked to him a little bit. He made a throw across the outfield, but I think they're deciding that maybe it's better to have Devin Coffey out there, rest Glatt.
Now we got time by the first base umpire.
Not quite sure what was going on.
What was that? Maybe just inadvertent timeout. Again, Nye looking for his 3rd save of the year. Nick Williams is the usual save person. He's at 4. 8 saves converted by the staff this year for Union.
Eric John leading off here for Babson. 1-1 the count. So I think it's just 1-0. That first
Yep,
pitch
it didn't count.
was waved off. Ball 2. There's strike 1. 2-1 the count. Pitch from Nye. Now it's 2-2.
People were talking about the scoreboard again. One of the neat things here at People's Bank Park is the scorer's board is hand operated by someone out there in the wall. Ooh.
That one just misses. Eric John. 3-2 count right now. Colin Nye. 2 strikeouts and a walk in the 8th. And there's the second walk. Babson dug out, fired up, as are their fans. Down 1 here in the 9th. Jake Oliger 0 for 3 tonight. The 8 hitter. See if they try to bunt John in the scoring position. Third baseman in at the corner. Oliger does show bunt, pulls it back. Cook was charging hard. Oliger pulled the bat back. It's 1-0. We're going to have a mound visit. We've got someone playing catch out there in the Union bullpen.
Again, you don't want to have to use a pitcher here if you don't have to, even though it is probably at this point maybe 2/3 of an inning if you do need them.
Oliger pulls the bat back, but that's a strike. He kind of squatted down to bunt that one, and it was at his eye level, which is usually probably right in the middle of the strike zone when he's standing up. So that pitch right down the middle for a strike. I think because he was squatting down, he thought that maybe that was high. Swings away, fouls that off. Oliger 1-1 now, the count. 1-2, excuse me. Here's the pitch, swung
Whoa.
on, and a high fly ball. Deep left field.
Oh, just
Foul.
Just missed. Wow.
Jake Oliger, the 8 hitter for Babson, almost just walked the Beavers off with a win there. Just wide of the foul pole, over the foul pole, higher than the foul pole. But just outside it. One, two, the count. Swung on, and this one hit in the air. And Kirschenbaum puts it away. Soft little pop-up. Just off the infield dirt.
Again, it's only 300 down a left field line because of that, what's called the arch nemesis, but it's pretty high. And he just missed it, just probably about 10 feet to the left.
First pitch to Lennon, strike one. Swinging a hard hit ball out to left field. That line drive carries to Lebec. Got a little interesting there for a second, but he puts it away. 2 outs now.
The ball took a turn at the last second. I think he knows it too.
Brings up Brian McHale, 2 hits tonight. Babson down to their last out here. Of course, the winner of this game stays in the winner's bracket. Loser of this game, it's a double elimination tournament. So we'll go to an elimination game tomorrow.
And you'd have to, if you win, you have to play again.
So the loser of this game, exactly, has to play twice tomorrow should they win their first game tomorrow.
The loser of this game plays at 1:15 tomorrow, weather permitting, and then if they would win, they'd play again at 7:45.
That pitch taken for a strike. 0-2 now on McHale. Babson down to its final strike.
Which, again, is probably not too bad because you're just pretty much playing a doubleheader at that point.
Only problem is it's a doubleheader after playing 2 days in a row.
That is true.
High pop-up out of play. But should Babson, should the current score hold, and if Babson has to go to an elimination game, they only use one pitcher in this game.
That is true. So you do have your full complement of arms for 2 games tomorrow if you need them.
They used 5 pitchers yesterday, but 3 of them went less than an inning, so you'd expect a couple of them to be available as well. There's a line drive out to right field, a diving play by Coffey. He can't come up with it. He's chasing it back to the track. Here comes 1 run home. They're stopping McHale at third base. For a second, I thought they were thinking about waving him in.
Yeah, I think he did. He did wave him in. He stopped him last second.
John comes all the way around to score. Coffey dove for that ball, missed it. It got behind him. He had to get up and chase it an awful long way. And that's a triple off the bat of Brian McHale to tie this game. You had Babson down to their final strike, and they get a game-tying triple. So now the potential walk-off run is 90 feet from home plate.
And again, Coffey made that decision to dive for it. I would do the same thing, but the problem was once he dove for it and they got past him, that the runners are running anyway because there's 2 outs. So I can't fault him for diving at that point. The runners were going. It's that maybe if he doesn't dive and just lets it fall in front of him, that runner's still on second or maybe on first at that point.
Yeah, hindsight's always 20/20.
Exactly.
He could have circled around behind it, maybe had first and second, first and third. Try to get the next guy out. You just need to get somebody out. Unfortunately, because he did dive and it didn't stay in front of him. Now Babson has tied the game, and they potentially have the winning run on third base. Connor Gill here down 0-2. Colin Nye ahead in the count. His pitch outside corner. Connor Gill not happy about it.
Nope.
Gets a long look from the home plate umpire, Ron Black. Babson coach is arguing it as well. So for the second time today, we'll head to extra innings. Last game went extra innings. Misericordia picking up the walk-off win.
And Flogel did come out. He did come out for the 9th. Now, wait a second here. He came out. So Flogo came out, and then the Noon waved him back in. So, okay, so Flogo has to start the inning. That was interesting.
So Flogel at 127 pitches comes out for the 10th.
Yeah, Flogel, he came out of the dugout, and Matt Noon signaled the change, and then the umpire must have said something, he can't switch him yet. If Flogel never comes out, I believe you can switch pitchers, but because he took the mound and was ready to warm up, I guess he has to start the inning. All right, I'm going to go ask about that.
Yep. So Wiley Knight will lead off here in the bottom half of the 9th. Flogel starts the 9th.
Okay, I got the explanation, Jeff. Because he crossed the line, once he crosses that line, he has to start the inning.
So he'll face Wiley Knight here in the bottom of the 9th.
Now, if Union were to pinch hit this batter to start the inning, Flogo could come out. But since he crossed the line, he has to start.
It's out away. 1-1, 2-1. Wiley Knight calls time. Strike there. 2-2. Wiley Knight. Babson shortstop across with it, McHale. McHale, of course, the hero in the top half of the inning. With the game-tying triple. And now Babson will come out and take the ball from Flogel. Flogel, 132 pitches, just 6 hits and 3 walks allowed. Union did a great job of bunching its base runners together and getting runs when they got them. So now we'll have a new pitcher. We'll take a moment to take a break, and we'll be back in a minute. So the new pitcher for Babson, number 26, Drew Patillo. Will face Joe Ganem. Ganem swinging a foul tip.
Patillo on the year in 10 games is a 1-0 record with a .75 ERA, 12 innings, 7 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 11 strikeouts, opposing batting average 167, lowest on the staff.
Swinging a soft grounder, gets under the glove of Patillo. Acrobatic play by Connor Gill, but not in time. That ground ball got past the pitcher, and once it did, it was soft enough that was going to be basically an impossible play to get Ganem at first.
I think Patillo actually knocked it down. I mean, Gill had a chance there. I don't think he would have gotten him, but once Patillo went to grab it, like you said, Jeff, it died in the grass. And, he was able to get on first.
So now Cook up. Throw over to first, close. Good move by Patillo. Another throw over, close again. Here comes the catcher, Harrington, out for a chat. Strike on the outside corner. Another throw back. That one misses for a ball. One and one the count. Ganem going. Here's the throw down. Safe. Looked again like maybe Harrington had a little bit of a double clutch. Two and one the count. Ganem on second. This would be a game-ending run. And Cook is hit by the pitch. He jogs down to first. His run doesn't matter. Again, it's not if you have to hit a guy with a pitch, it's not the worst thing in the world there because it actually sets up the double play now that Ganem's on second.
This is true.
And the double play ends the inning. Number 42, Devin Coffey.
Pinch hitter.
He came in as a defensive replacement, but he's going to head back to the dugout. Give his helmet and his bat to the pinch hitter, who is number 41. And number 41 is Anthony Amoroso. So should we head to the top of the 10th? If Union doesn't score here, there'll be another right fielder for Union. Their third of the night. Strike there on Amoroso. Patillo gets ahead 0-1. Pitch from Patillo. Fouled off into the screen. 0-2.
Anything in the gap in this game is over.
Chopped foul over towards the first base coach's box. Outside in the dirt. Ball 1.
Nice move by the catcher to keep that from rolling to the backstop.
Upstairs, ball 2. 2-2 now on the pinch hitter Amoroso. Swinging, he puts it into the net. Foul ball, stays alive, 2-2. We'll do it over again. Patillo's 2-2 here in the bottom of the ninth to Amoroso. Fouled off again. A missile into Babson's dugout. Everyone over there fine, but it was a missile right in their direction.
Yep.
Up high, runs the count full. Full count pitch from Patillo to Amoroso.
Oh!
Strike 3.
And he's going to double them all.
They almost doubled the runner off of first. It was that pitch on the outside corner that has been called all night, but the teams haven't quite always made the adjustment to it. So the Cook thought it was going to be ball 4, started jogging to second, realized it was strike 3, had to
hustle back.
Yep.
Almost got caught napping.
That brings up Jake Vesseling. Vesseling 1 for 4. He struck out twice. So with 2 outs here, bottom of the ninth. Runners on first and second. Ganem on second. Cook on first.
And what was interesting, too, there, Jeff, is I would not have been surprised if the runner on second took off at that point on that throw. That throw was high. He could have been on third.
Exactly. Vesseling fouls that back into the net. 0-2 the count. You've got Oliger shading Vesseling a little bit to left field, and then hugging the line is Weber. Out in right field, a lot of space out there in right center field. Ball one to Vessling. Both of the corner outfielders a couple of steps closer to the line than playing straight away. And Alger, again, a couple of steps towards left field. The left fielder, John, playing very deep, just a couple of steps in front of the warning track. Here's the pitch, fouled back. Count will stay 2-2. We'll do it again. Patillo steps off and gives a look back at Ganem. Two, the count on Vessling. Patillo. The pitch.
Nope.
Swing. And he got a piece of it. Vessling just stays alive. The 2-2 from Patillo.
Yep.
It's that strike on the outer corner. Strike three, they leave two on. And now we will head to the 10th. And we'll have Babson coming to bat with the score tied 4-4 here at the Mid-Atlantic Regional at Peoples Bank Park. Number 37, Arena, will lead it off here. 0 for 4 tonight. Struck out once. Colin Nye still in the game. 41 pitches through 2 innings so far. Back out for his third. That one misses away. Amoroso stayed into play right field. Replaces Coffey, who replaced Glatt. Arena fouls it away. . Swing and a miss. 2-2 now on Arena. That one misses. Count goes full. Swinging a chopper down to third. That's a fair ball. The throw over. Nice scoop by Cullen on the throw by Cook. Not a lot of time there to make that play. Mark Weber now comes up. One out, nobody on. That one misses inside. 1-0. Outside for a ball. Ball 2. Outside corner for a strike. Babson, back-to-back NUMAC championships. Arena was the conference player of the year. Coach Noon was the coach of the year. McHale and Gill were also all conference. Swinging a foul ball. Junior pitcher Michael Gennaro was also an all-conference selection. That one line deep to left field, back on the track, leaping for the catch was Lebec. Puts it away. Another kind of interesting.
Yep, the roundabout way, the go left, go right to just make a simple catch up against the wall.
That brings up the catcher, Sean Harrington, hitless in 3 at-bats. There's a strike. That one misses away. That one up high. 2-1 now, the count. That one misses wide and high. 3-1 now. Jack Cook was the Rookie of the Year in the Liberty League. Jake Vessling hitting third tonight. He was the co-pitcher of the year. And Colin Kelly was the Player of the Year. Union sweeping, well, not quite sweeping, as co-pitcher of the year, but cleaning up in those conference awards. Lebec also all-conference. Vessling was a utility player all-conference. Swinging a foul ball down the left side. Cullen and Kirschenbaum also all-conference, as was one of their relievers, Charlie Hoover. Harrison Glatt was all-conference. Three and two, the count on Harrington.
And a walk.
And that one misses. 2-out walk. Gives Babson life here in the 10th. Brings up Valente. There's a strike. Inside, 1-1. That threw over from Nye. A little bit of a tangle there between Cullen and Harrington as Cullen tried to field that. So Cullen just takes a little bit of a walk to circle back to the bag, and then another throw over. 1-1, the count on Valente. Foul ball down the third base side. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen. Just missed. 2-2 now, the count.
Again, just missed.
Works it back to 3-2. Runner goes, and a check swing foul down the first base line. Cullen picks it up. And Valente will get another try. Another chop foul. Over 60 pitches, probably closing in on 70 at this point. Colin Nye. And ball 4. So now 2 on and 2 out here in the top of the 10th. Eric John, 0 for 3. He did walk, has reached base once. Nice 70th pitch. Ball. There's a ball 2. Wiley Knight out to have a chat with Colin Nye. $10 till tomorrow. 11:50 right now.
Oh, got him.
Swing and a miss. First strike on John. 2-1 the count. Called strike for strike 2, even now. 2-2 the count. Full count. Nye has walked 4 batters here in relief. Just 2 hits allowed. He has struck out 3 as well. But the command has been a little bit of an issue tonight. Fouled away.
9 out to 75 pitches.
There is action down in the Union bullpen. You got to figure he's reaching his limit. Swinging a ground ball down to third. Cook up with it. The throw across.
Oh! No, he threw off the bag.
The throw pulls him off the bag. Babson scores. Cullen looked and saw that the umpire had called the runner safe at first, and a heads-up play by Harrington took advantage of that. Kept running and scored.
Yeah, again, I'm sorry, Jeff, with 2 outs, again, he just kept running, not knowing that, that the throw was offline.
Cullen went to the ground as he came off the bag, and so just Harrington running through the end of the play. Was able to round second by the time Cullen got up and took a look at the umpire to see that the runner was called safe. It was too late. Cook now out races Valente to the bag, and that ends the inning. But Babson gets the go-ahead run here in the top half. Union will look to tie in the bottom of the 10th here at the Mid-Atlantic Regional at Peoples Bank Park. 5-4. Babson took the lead on a throwing error. So Union last life, and Colin Kelly, 1 pitch, 1 out. New pitcher for Babson, Max Tannenbaum.
Max in his 18th game, 1-0 with a 2.12 ERA. Does have 1 save, 17 innings. He's given up 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 2 walks, 13 strikeouts. Opponents batting 200 against him, has given up, of his 12 hits, just 2 extra base hits, both doubles. And this would be his second save opportunity. Second save of the year if he could close it, and a big one for the Beavers.
Cullen fouls one off. That's 0-1. There's a strike, strike 2. Bounces it out to second. Gill over to first. Union down to their last out. Not the first time today we've had a team down to their last out. And here's an all-conference player, Andy Lebec. Not a guy Union probably minds up if they're down to their last out. He fouls one off down the third baseline. Strike 2. Union down to their last strike, or they'll head to an elimination game. Pitch from Tannenbaum. Strike 3. Babson will pick up the win. They score once in the 9th and once in the 10th to erase a 4-3 deficit. The 2 seed, the Beavers, will send Union, the 6th seed, into an elimination game tomorrow. So the winner of Babson and Union, which is Babson, will play Misericordia tomorrow, right now scheduled at 4:30. Weather could affect those start times. And Union comes down and will play Virginia Wesleyan at 1:15 tomorrow as of right now. So at 10 a.m. tomorrow, the schedule will be Arcadia and Rowan in an elimination game. So the 1 seed and the 3 seed in an elimination game, followed by the 1:15 elimination game of 6th-seeded Union and 4th-seeded Virginia Wesleyan. And then in the winner's bracket, 4:30, you'll have Misericordia and Babson, the only 2 teams left without a loss in this regional. So a couple of teams will go home early in the day. And if somebody wins in those elimination games, they'll end up having to play twice tomorrow. So a doubleheader after playing back-to-back days. See who's got enough arms to get through all those games. Wrapping up this one, Nye will take the loss. The save will go to Tannenbaum. And the win to Patillo. Patillo, 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 1 hit, struck out 2 for the 2 outs he recorded. Tannenbaum, 1 inning, struck out a batter, no base runners. Hitting wise for Babson, 3 hits for McHale, including that game-tying triple in the 9th. 2 hits for Mark Weber, including 2 RBIs in the first inning. Gave Babson a 2-0 lead. And for Union, hitting wise, no one with more than 1 hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players all with 1 hit. Ganem reached base twice, a hit and a walk. And the loss will be charged to Nye, as we said. Nye went 3 innings, 2 runs, 1 earned. 2 hits, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Bill Christopher gave them a solid effort, didn't factor into the decision. 7 innings, 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Did a pretty good job there. And so it's officially tomorrow. It's midnight.
It is.
We don't want to keep anybody here any later than they already are, because we're back early tomorrow, hopefully weather permitting. We'll be back early tomorrow. If not, we'll be back at some point tomorrow trying to get some games in, I'm sure. And so we'll sign off for now. But join us tomorrow for some more Mid-Atlantic regional games. Good night.
Good night, everybody.